Hello, everyone. I am Chrissy. That is Tanner. That is Tanner. And we are from Common Sense Education. Directions are not my strongest suit. And we are here, just like we are every single Tuesday, to bring you tools that have somehow captured our imagination and made us want to share them with you. Today, it is Tanner's turn, and he has something that I believe I am familiar with as a former English teacher, but I'm really excited to see the tour that Tanner's about to take us on today.
So we're going to be talking Read, Write, Think.
Yes.
Like Chrissy knows this site. I'm sure a lot of you know this site as well. It's run by the NCTE, the National Council of Teachers
of English.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's been around a while. It's a major initiative by the NCTE, which is a big organization. So a lot of you have heard of it, but you may not know that it is fresh, new, updated as of, I believe, like this calendar year. They have completely revamped it, given it a brand new design, much more user-friendly, I think, and makes all of the great resources they have much more accessible, I believe. We gave this a great rating, 4-star. So you can check out that review over on Common Sense Education. But let's take a look at the site. And for those of you familiar with Read, Write, Think, this is going to be like, whoa, there's a new logo. There's a whole new color palette, everything. Like they did a complete
Looks
overhaul.
fresh.
Yeah. And you'll see, big and bold here are their sort of timely collections that they highlight. But you can just get right over here, start searching for things or start filtering for things. They've got a lot of useful filters, from these nice little learning objective filters to topics. They also have a couple different types. They have classroom resources for students or professional development. One of the great things about NCTE and Read, Write, Think is they have an excellent focus on giving you things that you can use in the classroom, but also resources you can use to develop your skills. And let's actually start over here in the professional development section. One thing that really stuck out for me when we were doing our review is this neat little strategy guides collection. We click in here. You can see, let's go to this one. First of all, what I love about the entire site is they always list their authors, and they pledge that all resources are reviewed by at least 2 educators. And then every resource you see, you can find out about the person behind it, do a Google search. Some of them will have bios. But there's a real focus on these are educator validated resources. And what I like about their professional development is they highlight the research basis for the teaching strategy. So you can actually, if you want, go dig into the citations here and see where they're coming from in terms of this strategy. And then they have an example of the strategy. They have related resources. But I love this focus on, first of all, surfacing who's behind it, but also the research behind the teaching strategy. So definitely check out this section, professional development. I think it's a real standout. They also have a library of various resources, a lot of books that you can purchase. And if you're an NCTE member, you get a discount on the books. It's a good place to find texts for your students or for yourself. All of their resource collections have this little toggle here, so you can kind of see what's bubbling up to the top. And then, of course, they have a little section for their meetings and events, their annual conference, and that kind of thing. And then there are the classroom resources. This is really ultimately, I think, where people will spend most of their time. They have excellent lesson plans with a ton of information. Once again, we can see who's behind this, see the grade level, the type it is, about how long it'll take. They have these nice toggles here for you to quickly locate exactly the part of it that you want. There are comments. I haven't seen a lot of these. This doesn't get used all that much. That's one of our big cons for ReadWriteThink, is especially as a site that's supported by the NCTE. You'd think the community would be a little bit more robust, but it isn't quite there yet. But all of the lesson plans, I've just been shocked by the amount. Like, we're looking at this lesson plan under the resources section here, and just look at the amount of printouts that they provide here. Everything's a PDF, so you're not going to be able to modify these things easily, but there's just so much there that can get you going on a lesson in a classroom that will come in immediately useful. This is one of those sites I can see teachers finding something the night before and implementing maybe the next day or that week sometime. Very detailed in terms of prep. The instructional plans are also really detailed with nice contextual links. It's not that visual, there's not a lot of razzle dazzle here, but if you're a teacher, just how handy this is, that it's all laid out. They've got the questions, they've got links, all the printable resources are there. The lessons are really extraordinary. Now, the final thing I want to show off is another just super useful aspect of the site. Is they have a full calendar here that, if you're just looking to spice things up, add a little relevance to a boring week or day, you can look up here and see what's going on that day. That today just so happens to be the day the Scarlet Letter was published, and you can click through there. They give you a little bit of background. They give you an activity for every calendar day. I mean, come on, what more do you want?
Really?
So
demanding.
I mean, it's incredible to me that, like, this is another thing for me. I could see teachers like, this is a bookmark. This is the thing you're going to return to. Like, I got to spice things up today. It's March 25th. What's going on? What am I going to do?
Right.
So it's really super handy. I would say the one thing I don't quite love are the interactives. These are showing their age. Maybe steer away from these. I don't know. But everything else, love it. Just one of those utilitarian sites that if you're teaching English, come on.
Come on.
Use it.
I had 2 questions for you. The first was, what did they have for the Ides of March on that calendar?
Oh, that's a good question.
I need to know. And then the
That's
second thing,
what is that? March 15th. Yeah, there it is.
Yes.
They've got something.
I had to verify and make sure.
Yeah.
And did I see book lists over in the left nav somewhere?
I was looking at this earlier, and this was not what I was expecting. I don't know if this,
that's not what
looking
I was
at this, if
expecting
this
either.
is what you're expecting either. Yeah.
No. I was curious because we had talked about teachingbooks.net in a previous video. And that was such a standout resource for trying to diversify your book choices. And I was hopeful. But yeah, it's a whole different thing happening.
Yeah, that was what I was going to recommend is we'll put teaching books at the end of this video. But if you're looking for books to teach, I would tend over there. But if you're looking for lessons, I mean, this might be the source, in my opinion.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is excellent. If you want to find out about some more resources, come visit us at commonsense.org and check out what we have for you. Look at all of our reviews. Plus, we have a ton more. I mean, there's just dig in there. Look around. poke around, see everything we have. And then come back and see us again. Come back and see us next Tuesday, because we're going to be here. We're here for you every week. And thanks for joining us. And we hope to see you soon.